Hi, it's Diana Shanta, and I am here to talk to you today about why your dream is worth pursuing. It is really amazing when you listen to the stories that come from different expats, whether they have gone to one country and settled down or they move on when they think that their time is up in a certain location. And today, the person that I have sharing with us is Sydonne. And Sydonne is going to take you through a roller coaster of a journey. And the biggest thing about it is that she had a plan and she pushed through and endured a lot of things to get to that first step. And after she had wiped out that mountain, she picked another mountain, and her story is just so mind blowing and encouraging. And if you are out there struggling to build your dream, then I'm sure you'll be really encouraged when you listen. And if it is you are doubting that your dream is like worthy of even thought, listen to Sydney's story and maybe you will reconsider that your dream is worth pursuing.
Hi everyone, I was asked to talk about how having an exit plan helped me to cope while I was in Japan. I want to start by saying I started planning my exit plan from Jamaica. I knew I had my student loans to pay and I was struggling to pay them in Jamaica. So I basically just spent my first year in Japan just going from work to home. So when everybody else was like eating out, I was just basically eating at home because I was determined to pay off my student loan. I literally owed student loan over a mil, and I was sending home 80 to 100,000 yen a month to pay off my student loan. So after I finished paying off my student loan, I started to explore and really immersed myself into the culture in Japan. I really got to like Japan, but I was not able to learn the language. And so I was getting tired of teaching, and teaching really wasn't my passion. It wasn't until my fifth year in Japan, though, that I really started to get uncomfortable being in Japan. This might have been really attributed to the fact that I was 31 at the time. I didn't have any children, I didn't have any partner, and I didn't see myself raising children at all in Japan. So I was like, I gotta go. My biological clock is ticking. At that point, I really decided that it would be my last year in Japan. So I went ahead and I got a second job. I worked all weekend, so I was working my regular job, which was from Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. And then on Fridays, I do my second job, which was from Friday to Sunday. I mean, on the weekend, I would do my second job, which was from Friday to Sunday. So I really didn't have any time. And I think, working two jobs like that really distracted me from just being alone and just not being happy with in Japan, I guess. So I didn't really mind it then, and I was really able to save. I was saving a lot of money at that point. So I ended up applying to the school, and I got accepted. I mean, school in Canada, I got accepted, and then by March, I applied for the student visa for Canada and I was approved, and I left Canada in August of 2017. Now, my experience in Canada is not typical. I would say I got a bit lucky here. I got my first job maybe 3 months after moving here, and I basically took the first offer. So it's not like there's a lot of options, right? For me, McDonald's, KFC, those places, like, they never really called because I had no experience in that field. I then decided to apply for support work, and I was offered a job. I was cleaning people's shit, excuse the language, but basically that's what I was doing. I was a domestic helper, I was cleaning, cooking, taking people out for walks, but it did pay the bills. After 3 months into that job, I applied for a professional job at a homeless shelter, basically to work as a receptionist at the front desk. And at the interview, the manager said to me, "Why didn't you apply for the caseworker position?" And he indicated that my experience back home in Jamaica made me a perfect candidate for that. And I'm like, "Really? I'm interested." And I returned the next day. He asked me to come back the next day, and I did the interview, and I was offered the job for the caseworker position, right, at a homeless shelter. So I was tasked with basically helping addicts, homeless addicts, to get back into their communities. So I had to help them with getting into rehab, basically just getting them back at a place where they're able to live with their families and function well in their community. So I had to learn about all the resources available. It was a great opportunity for me here in Canada, and it paid enough for me to cover my bills comfortably. So once I was done school, I applied for and got a full-time social worker position almost immediately. I'm now a licensed social worker in my province. I recently entered the pool and was invited to apply for my permanent residency. When I came here, I didn't have all the money I needed. I had maybe 1 year's tuition and that was it, but thank God I got back my pension from Japan maybe 4 months after being here. I think being in Canada, I saw the money in my account, which is great, and that really helped me in my second year. But with the job that I had, that's one at the shelter as a caseworker, I was able to basically rent my own apartment and was living comfortably. I even bought a car, so that's why I keep saying I got a little bit lucky. But I think sometimes we overthink things, and when I left Japan, I wasn't ready. I needed to save more money, but I left in faith. I was done after 6 years of being there. I must say though, again, I did enjoy my time in Japan. I just didn't feel like I was home at any point of being there, and I can truly say that I feel at home in Canada. I don't know if it's for everyone. That's for people to decide for themselves. But for me, I'm happy here. Things has been going well, and I have no complaints. Yes, it's cold, but when you drive, like for me, somebody who's driving, have my own car here, I find that it doesn't affect me as much. Yeah, that's all I have to contribute.
Wasn't that awesome? There is so much that one could take away from her story. And I think anybody could listen to this story over and over again, and each time come away with a different lesson. So I really appreciated Sydney sharing that. And I hope that you feel encouraged today and that if you gave up on your dream or you thought maybe it's not going to happen, that you revisit that and you put pen to paper and start sketching out what it is you're going to do, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, because your dream is worth pursuing. See ya.